Hi 10th grade, welcome to English Online Edition. So, every day that you log on, you're going to see a video kind of like this. I'm going to go over what assignments we're doing that day, where to find your assignments, and if I have any lessons or anything like that, that's going to be here as well. So your job is to watch the video first, okay? Every day, watch the video first. So, if you go to the classwork tab on your Google Classroom, you're going to find today's quick write. I need you to answer the quick write with 5 good sentences, okay? 5 good sentences. So answer the question or the prompt, give it some thought, do a good job, all right? Your quick write for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are going to be due Friday at 3:30. Your Friday quick write is going to be due Monday at 3:30. 3:30 is about the same time that we would finish class anyways. So keep in mind, all of your due dates come with a 3:30 p.m. time, okay? Make sure that you get it in by 3:30. So again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday quick write, due Friday at 3:30. Friday quick write due Monday at 3:30. So make sure you're getting on. A new one will open every day this week and get it done and turned in on time. So that in mind, if you have any questions or need to get a hold of me, go ahead and contact me. You can contact me through my school email. You can call me. My number is 719-349-1944. You can text me at that number too if you need to, or you can come see me during my office hours. That doesn't mean come to the school and look for me. I will be available on Google Meet every Tuesday, 8 a.m. to noon, Wednesday by appointment, so I'm only going to get on during the appointment times, and Thursday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So this is an online video chat platform. If you go into my expectations, you'll find the name of the chat room, and you can log on during my Google Meet time and ask any questions, anything like that. So I do need you to contact me at least once a week, whether that's asking questions, shooting me an email saying, hey, I'm alive, I'm doing fine, or getting on during my Google Meet office hours and saying, hi, anything is fine, but I do need you to make contact. You make contact with me once a week, okay? If I don't hear from you, I'm going to have to try and track you down, and it'll be easier if you make contact with me, okay? All right, so tomorrow we're going to get started with our Hamlet assignment, but today we need to finish Hamlet. So I'm going to read you the last part of Hamlet and give you some commentary. I do want you to be following along, all right? I am not going to be reading who is saying what, so please follow along so you know who is saying what. In the white books, I'm going to have you start on page 163. This is Act 5, Scene 2, for those in the other book. I'm sorry, I don't know what page we're on in the other book. But this is just a little bit back from where we ended last time. So we're starting with the King's line in Act 5, Scene 2. Come, Hamlet, come. This is right after the stage directions have them preparing the table for the duel between Hamlet and Laertes. So if you remember where we left off, Laertes came back for his father's funeral, found out Hamlet is the one that killed him, and he was only banished. And then Ophelia ends up, completing suicide and drowning. And so Laertes is really volatile right now. He ends up challenging Hamlet to a duel, but They want to make sure that Laertes comes out on top and Hamlet ends up dead. And so they're going to actually poison his drink too, as well as put poison on the tip of the foil or the sword that he's going to be using. So we are about to start this duel. All right. So I'm going to start reading again, Act 5, Scene 2, the King's line right after they're describing preparing the room for the duel. All right. So please follow along. Come, Hamlet, come, and take this hand from me. The king puts Laertes' hand into Hamlet's. Give me your pardon, sir. I have done you wrong, but pardon it, as you are a gentleman. This presence knows, and you must needs have heard, how I am punished with a sore distraction. What I have done, that might your nature, honor, and exception roughly wake, I here proclaim was madness. Was it Hamlet wronged Laertes? Never Hamlet. If Hamlet from himself be taken away, and when he's not himself does wrong Laertes, then Hamlet does it not. Hamlet denies it. Who does it then? His madness. If it be so, Hamlet is of the faction that is wronged. His madness is poor Hamlet's enemy. Sir, in this audience, let my disclaiming from purposed evil free me so far in your most generous thoughts that I have shot my narrow over the house and hurt my brother. So here, Hamlet is talking about how he's not the one that wronged Laertes. So his madness is what wronged Laertes, not Hamlet. So Hamlet's like, I didn't do anything to you. My craziness and everything that's gone on is what hurt you, not me. Okay? Wasn't me. I am satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should stir me most to my revenge. But in my terms of honor I stand aloof, and will no reconcilement, till by some elder masters of known honor I have a voice and precedent of peace, to keep my name ungored. But till that time I do receive your offered love like love, and will not wrong it. I embrace it freely, and will this brother's wager frankly play. Give us the foils. Come on. Come one for me. I'll be your foil, Laertes. In mine ignorance your skill shall, like a star in the darkest night, stick fiery off indeed. You mock me, sir. No, by this hand. Give them the foils, young Osric. Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager? Very well, my lord. Your grace has laid the odds o'er the weaker side. I do not fear it. I have seen you both. But, since he is bettered, we have therefore odds. So here, the king is making sure Hamlet knows the rules. He knows what the wager is, and what will happen if he wins versus what will happen if Laertes wins. So they have to make sure everything is set in stone before they start. I do not fear it. I have seen you both. But since he is bettered, we have therefore odds. This is too heavy. Let me see another. This likes me well. These foils have all a length. Prepare to play. Ay, my good lord. Set me up the stoups of wine upon that table. If Hamlet give the first or second hit, or quit in answer of the third exchange, let all the battlements their ordnance fire. The king shall drink to Hamlet's better breath, and in the cup an union shall he throw, richer than that which 4 successive kings in Denmark's crown have worn. Give me the cups, and let the kettle to the trumpet speak, the trumpet to the cannoner without, the cannons to the heavens, the heaven to earth. Now the king drinks to Hamlet. Come, begin. Trumpets the while, and you, the judges, bear a wary eye. Sorry. Come on, sir. Come, my lord. They play. 1. No. Judgment. A hit, a very palpable hit. Drum, trumpets, and shot. Flourish. A piece goes off. Well again. Stay. Give me drink. Hamlet, this pearl is thine. Here's to thy health. Give him the cup. I'll play this bout first. Set it by a while. Come, they play. Another hit, what say you? A touch, I do confess it. Our son shall win. Okay, so they're looking at the best of 3 points here, right? So the first one, Hamlet's like, I got the point. Laertes is like, no, you didn't. And so they look to the judge, and the judge is like, yeah, you got the point. Laertes is like, fine, okay. And the king is like, drink, drink. Keep in mind, remember, he's got poison in his cup. But Hamlet's like, no, just let me get this next point, and then we'll talk about drinking. And so he goes again and gets that second point. So now it's 2-0. So Hamlet is almost won here. And Laertes is like, yeah, you did touch me. Okay, I'll give you that. And so the king is like, our son is totally going to win. So what does the queen have to say? He's fat and scant of breath. Here, Hamlet, take my napkin, rub thy brows. The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet. Good madam! Gertrude, do not drink. I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me. Drinks. Aside. It is the poisoned cup. It is too late. I dare not drink yet, madam, by and by. Come, let me wipe thy face. My lord, I'll hit him now. I do not think it. Aside. And yet it is almost against my conscience. Come for the third, Laertes, but do you but dally. I pray you pass with your best violence. I'm afeard you make a wanton of me. Say you so? Come on. They play. Nothing neither way. Have at you. In scuffling, they change rapiers, and both are wounded with the poisoned weapon. Part them, they are incensed. Nay, come, again. The queen falls. Look to the queen, there, ho! They bleed on both sides. How is it, my lord? How is it, Laertes? Why, as a woodcock to mine own springe, Osric, I am justly killed with mine own trickery. How does the queen? She sounds to see them bleed. No, no, the drink, the drink. Oh, my dear Hamlet, the drink, the drink. I am poisoned. Dies. Okay, so the queen takes a drink from Hamlet's cup, even after the king is like, don't drink it, don't drink it. She does it anyways. And in the fight, they're scuffling, and they end up changing blades. And both of them get hurt from Laertes' poisoned blade. So he's like, I'm killed by my own trickery. So, I shouldn't have put poison on that thing, because, now I just cut myself and I'm going to die too. But hey, Hamlet's going to die as well. So, in the queen's dying breath, she's like, Hamlet, the drink was poisoned. And then she's gone. So, what's Hamlet going to do now? Oh, villainy! Ho, let the door be locked. Treachery, seek it out. Laertes falls. It is here, Hamlet. Hamlet, thou art slain. No medicine in the world can do thee good. In thee there is not half an hour's life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unbaited and envenomed. The foul practice hath turned itself on me. Lo, here I lie, never to rise again. Thy mother's poisoned, I can no more. The king is to blame. The point envenomed too? Then venom to thy work hurts the king. Treason, treason! Oh, yet defend me, friends, I am but hurt. Here, thou incestuous, murderous, damned Dane, drink of this potion. Is thy union here? Follow my mother. The king dies. He is justly served. It is poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's death come not upon thee, nor thine on me. Dies. Okay, so Laertes admits that he poisoned the blade and that the drink was poison and points fingers at the king. Hamlet is like, fine, you poisoned us, I'm going to use your poison against you. And he hits the king. And everyone's like, treason, treason. And the king is like, I'm but hurt. And he's like, he shouts all of these slurs at the king and is like, now I have poisoned you with your own poison. Follow my mother into death. King dies. Okay, Laertes is like, finally, justice, and then dies. Okay. Hamlet, how is he going to respond? Heaven make thee free of it. I'll follow thee. I am dead, Horatio. Wretched queen, adieu. You that look pale and tremble at this chance, that are but mutes or audience to this act, had I but time, as this fell sergeant Death is strict in his arrest. Oh, I could tell you, but let it be, Horatio, I am dead. Thou livest, report me, and may cause a right to the unsatisfied. Never believe it. I am more an antique Roman than a dame. Here's yet some liquor left. As the art a man, give me the cup. Let go, by heaven, I'll halt. O God, Horatio, what a wounded name! Things standing thus unknown shall live behind me. If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain to tell my story. A march afar off. What warlike noise is this? Young Fortinbras with conquest from Poland to the ambassadors of England gives this warlike volley. Oh, I die, Horatio. The potent poison quite o'encrows my spirit. I cannot live to hear the news from England, but I do prophesy the election lights on Fortinbras. He has my dying voice. So tell him, with the occurrence more and less, which have solicited, the rest is silence. Dies. He took a while there. He's basically going through all of these things. I'm dying, everything I'm leaving behind. Poor Horatio. Poor Horatio. Now cracks a noble heart. Oh, good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest. March within. Why does the drum come hither? Enter Fortinbras with the ambassadors, and with his train of drum, colours, and attendants. Where is this sight? What is it you would see? If aught of woe or wonder, cease your search. This quarry cries on havoc. O proud death, what feast is toward in thine eternal cell, that thou so many princes at a shot so bloodily hast struck? The sight is dismal, and our affairs from England come too late. The ears are senseless that we should give us hearing, to tell him his commandment is fulfilled. That Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Where should we have our thanks? Not from his mouth, had it the ability of life to thank you. He never gave commandment for their death. But since so jump upon this bloody question, you from the Polack wars, and you from England, are here arrived, give order that these bodies, high on a stage, be placed to the view. And let me speak to the unknowing world, how these things came about. So shall you hear of carnal, bloody, and unnatural acts, of accidental judgments, casual slaughters, of death put on by cunning and forced cause, and in this upshot purposes mistook, fallen on the inventors' heads. All this can I truly deliver. Let us haste to hear it, and call the noblest to the audience. For me, with sorrow I embrace my fortune. I have some rights of memory in this kingdom, which now to claim my vantage doth invite me. Of that I shall have also cause to speak, and from his mouth, whose voice will draw on more. But let this same be presently performed, even while men's minds are wild, lest more mischance on plots and errors happen. Let 4 captains bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage, for he was likely, had he been put on, to have proved most royal, and for his passage the soldiers' music and rites of war speak loudly for him. Take up the bodies. Such a sight as this becomes the field, but here shows much amiss. Go, bid the soldiers shoot. Exeunt, marching off, after which a peal of ordnance are shot off. Okay, so that is the end of Hamlet. So Fortinbras and the ambassadors come right at the right time, and they come upon this scene of Horatio alive, the attendants alive, but all of the royalty and basically the top dogs of the country are all lying dead. Crazy. So Horatio's like, please, it wasn't Hamlet's fault, really. Just give him a proper burial. He doesn't really worry about the rest of them, but Fortinbras thinks about that. He's like, Hamlet is probably the most royal out of all of these people laying here, and I'm kind of sad to see Hamlet dead right now. So Hamlet is going to get like full military honors. He's going to be buried like a king. All the bells and whistles for his funeral. And we're going to take the other ones too, because this is not a good scene to walk in on. Everyone is kind of like below their station, being seen in this state. So, because you've got the queen fallen on the floor by her chair, because she's been poisoned. And then you've got Laertes on the ground, because he was cut and bleeding and poisoned and dead. And then you've got Hamlet, who had come over and killed the king, who then went back a little bit and fall over dead after talking to Horatio for an abnormal amount of time, given that everyone else died pretty quickly. And so Fortinbras is like, well, I guess I'll have to take over the kingdom. And Horatio's like, well, I mean, Hamlet, when he was dying, he kind of wanted me to take over. But let's talk about that later. Let's get everyone settled first. So Hamlet's dying wish was that there was an election between Horatio and Fortinbras to see who would actually rule next. So, do you think Horatio would have been ruling, or Fortinbras, or do you think this election really would have taken place? I guess think on that. So, tomorrow I'm going to discuss the assignment that's going to go with this. I was really hoping to watch that movie with you guys, but it's kind of hard to share a movie over Google Classroom. So we're going to do a more creative assignment with it. I will discuss that tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.